initially started off with representatives, then there is sales office, then there are distribution, and then into manufacturing. We believe that set of experience in terms of what we need to go along the steps helped us. And in Brazil, once we realized that the framework was ready, the criteria met our requirements, we went in and said that we will from day one go into there and do manufacturing there. The requirements were very different from what was China 10 years ago, what was UK 7 years ago, and what became Latin America for us 2 years ago.
Shank, what about you, investing into a developer, into a growth market? What do you see as some of the requirements that you've been working with as the challenges, or even some of the appeals of going from a growth to growth?
So I think I totally agree with what Dr. Anand said, that it depends a bit upon where you are, what you want to achieve. But if I just take a slightly more, take half a step back, then two broad strategies, as I mentioned. One is about acquiring intellectual property and a brand presence, which at this point in time in the history of our planet comes when you go to a Western country and acquire a technology. And that, I think, is one way that people are achieving, in some ways, the brand furnishing and credence. I know one particular industrial products company which has acquired a company in the UK, and they're leveraging that brand in Africa to do what is required. So that would be one approach to say we need to get to the so-called Western economies, developed economies who have, especially in the industrial productive sector, a rich history of creating companies which are mature and therefore you can sell. But I think the other piece which is more exciting and perhaps is not historically so well proven because it's still a young phenomenon is how do you take innovations which are coming out of a country like Brazil or in India or even in China and take it directly to a country such as Indonesia or others. And I met with the CEO of one of the largest US auto manufacturers about a year and a half back, and he said, Shashank, I'm going to use India as my Detroit for emerging markets. So there's that other phenomena, which is how do you take innovations, production services directly, where perhaps the brand issues will still remain, but you could argue that you could create a different brand, which is in some ways more amenable to what would be an emerging market or growth market phenomena, where growth is happening on an average at 5% as opposed to the developed market, which is at 1 or 2%. So I think both strategies are right. It requires different dynamics. I'm not suggesting for a minute that the second one is easier, because I do feel that there is enough challenges even between Brazil and India or others. But you could argue that from a business model sense, it could be more organic. Whereas if you were to go to a developed market, my own intuition is, and the clients that we've served, that they have had a more inorganic play to either acquire the brand or the intellectual property or the technique or the know-how, which makes them relevant in the developed market. Otherwise, the brand trust that I talked about is so insurmountable that you may have a presence there, but you don't get the